I wouldn't let Ben Shapiro rent space in your head. Just keep moving forward. We are building, right? It's not about whether or not, this isn't about winning or losing. It just needs to stop. Like, I can't explain to you. It's getting, there's something about it to me that just is starting to feel dangerous. It's like there's an obsession here. There's an obsession with me that is happening. And I would like it to stop. That's it.
Candace Owens, okay? At one time, a friend of Charlie's, at one time, an employee of Turning Point. She has been one of the main peddlers of these conspiracies, and she is making a huge amount of money on it. She is building her business off of these lies. What do you want to say to her? Stop.
I would like you to just leave me alone. There's something about it that feels parasitic, and I'm asking for it to stop. I am, and I hope that is enough.
We were told that if we said stop, they would stop. And we said stop. And I'll say it again. Please stop.
And I would like for it to stop.
To stop. To stop.
Because she's a widow, we can't question her judgment. And I want to say that I reject that. I reject emotional manipulation.
That's all I have to say. Stop.
I just want it to stop. It's a no from me. And it looked like the Daily Wire was teasing something on my channels, which they brought back. And then they released stuff on my old Instagram channels. And I guess it was supposed to be like a clever way of I don't know. I actually don't know at all what they were thinking, but it got them some attention. And then we were able to very quickly determine, because the tips box is just absolutely savage, that what's been in the works is that Daily Wire has been casting people for a show that's designed specifically to make fun of me and also Tucker Carlson. Okay. Now, in general, I would say the Daily Wire has been in a casting rut, trying to find the new Brett Cooper, probably for well over a year now. It's not easy to find raw talent like that. And I think really at long last, they found someone that they think might work. Except rather than being bubbly and kind, the idea is she's going to be a bit manic, over the top, and of course, a little bit bitchy and mean, right? Because if you're noticing, that's kind of the new Zionist bent, sort of this, and we've shown you clips in the show, like, you can't sit with us, we're cool. Like, you're broke if you don't like what we do, and we're hot, and you're not. Like, the Hampton Summit, and they're like talking about how much money they have. Another brilliant PR ploy from a country that's mass murdering innocent children. Like, you can't sit with us. Never occurs with them that we just don't want to sit with them. That's kind of the whole point of what we're doing. Anyway, before Maddie, they apparently tried out other people for this role. They had considered a show, putting together a show that would make fun of me and Tucker Carlson. They tossed around 3 other people. They even considered doing a combination show with a person who had played the bailiff on Matt Walsh's Judged. And that didn't wind up panning out. Now, Maddie was then landed upon, and they decided, because we're really going to stick it to Candace, we're going to have her name the show In the No-No. Haha, get it? Candace says we don't know, but we know. Ben's on stage saying that expression is retarded. And now we're just going to bring this show to life and give it sort of a Nickelodeon iCarly vibe, but it's the Daily Wire, but they don't have a kids department anymore. But this kind of feels like Nickelodeon, but it's iCarly meets politics, which is just kind of wrong. And the idea is we're going to take Candace clips out of context to make it seem weird. And I'm going to show you it. I'm going to show you guys so you could see it. To tee this clip up.
She is going to really dramatize me discussing the history of Utah's state flag. Now, I don't know if I'm getting old. I am actually. I do know I'm getting old. In my ripe old age, I'm interested in history. I'm interested in learning about flags and history of their beehive flag is what I presented on my show. And Maddie in the no-no is really gonna mock me. So let's take a look at it.
Yeah, that the Utah state flag is a hexagonal beehive.
All right, let's try this. Let's really try this, okay? Chronologically. Utah adopts the beehive symbol in 1948. Fast forward 175 years later, people start using bee language as codes.
And I communicate with them by dancing.
people that use the code, they're clearly communists because communists work together. They follow a hive mind. Yes, queen. Underground. Communists. Mormons live in Utah. I watched The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. I know what's going on here.
They've always been known as the beehive state. And to be clear, it's not because they make honey. It's not because they have a high presence of bees. In fact, in terms of making honey or bee-related products, they rank number 24. It's actually the beehive state. It relates to the Mormon Church, the Church of Latter-day Saints. Early Mormon pioneers founded that state, and they liked the idea of a beehive. Now, if that sounds vaguely familiar or communist to you, the idea of worker bees, yes, that's where it's from.
Did the Mormons know that the bees were commies in 1948? Did anybody watch that South Park episode? You know what? None of this matters. Let's get to her conclusion.
It's really good. It's really good. It's really sweet. So funny. It's like very original. Would say she's clever as a fox. Plus teach her why we use that particular simile, but I can tell that facts about animal symbolism and history are obviously not her thing. So I guess the idea is Candace is discussing the state flag and she's using that as proof that Charlie was murdered or something. And it's interesting. It's a vibe. Anyway, wanted to show you that because the Daily Wire continues to exhibit stalker vibes. This is not normal. I am now telling people that Ben Shapiro is my psycho ex-boyfriend because that's what this feels like. None of this is normal. We don't have to pretend this is normal. But I genuinely feel like when you break up with someone and you have a crazy ex, that was how it felt like being fired from the Daily Wire. Daily Wire, the Daily Wire, the Daily Wire, the Daily Wire, from the Daily Wire, the Daily Wire, the Daily Wire, Andrew Klavan, my crazy ex-boyfriend, Andrew Klavan. The Daily Wire. Is that the Daily Wire? He does some stuff for the Daily Wire. The Daily Wire. The Daily Wire. The Daily Wire. At the Daily Wire. The Daily Wire. The Daily Wire. From the Daily Wire. From the Daily Wire. The Daily Wire. From the Daily Wire. Take the Daily Wire. The Daily Wire. Ben Shapiro. Dave Smith. The answer to this question might get you kicked off the Daily Wire. I had to laugh at that. That's really funny. The Daily Wire. And the Daily Wire. My psycho ex-boyfriend. Daily Wire. Daily Wire. Daily Wire. Reagan Conrad. Jeremy Boring. The Daily Wire. Daily Wire. Daily Wire. Daily Wire with the Daily Wire and the Daily Wire. Brett Cooper out at the Daily Wire. Daily Wire, the Daily Wire. The Daily Wire, the Daily Wire, Daily Wire, the Daily Wire. Daily Wire, sign up for the Daily Wire. After I got fired from the Daily Wire, we're like, she's done, she's toast. The Daily Wire, the Daily Wire, the Daily Wire. Ben Shapiro, fuck you and the midget horse that you rode in on. Nothing that has happened since I have left that company is normal. Not how I left the company. Not the glorious town hall, the slave hanging, teach everybody a lesson.
It's psycho ex-boyfriend. It's the ex-boyfriend that breaks up with you. Blasts a message to all of your friends. Says, come look, here's why I did it, here's why I hate her. You're like, okay, I guess this is over. That's fine, move on in my life. And then you try to move on in your life, and like he's sliding into the DMs of everybody saying you can't deal with. Don't speak to her, she's terrible. I'm gonna smear her and tell you what she is. I hate her. It's okay, fine, that's okay. I'm happy to move on in my life. I'm gonna sue you, I get everything. The apartment we share, the car you're gonna leave, you have nothing. Okay, that's fine, take it. I'd like to just move on in my life. I'm gonna sue you again, because I'm upset about something else. Okay, fine. I would really just like to move on and close this chapter in my life.
Then all of a sudden, he's like jumping onto stages and talking trash about me. He sees I moved on. I'm like, okay, I'm just doing my own show here. You don't know, but you know, like, why do you care? Are you good? Are you good? Can you move on? And you're designing shows after me. This is not normal. This is not how employers are supposed to behave. I'm being so serious. There's something about it that's like, and parking aside Maddie, she's just the latest pawn. You know, they just got to find someone who really desperately wants to be famous, stands on a couch, okay, whatever. Thinks she's going to be the next it girl. That's fine. This has nothing to do with her, actually. I hope it works out for her. I am speaking about an employer that can't move on. This feels dangerous to me. Like we're getting to a stage of obsession that is dangerous. You have to go create a show that's interesting and compelling that people want to watch, that's not based off of somebody that you fired because you didn't want them anymore. That doesn't track with the public. So I just feel like this is getting very creepy. And it's speaking about an employer that can't move on. This feels dangerous to me. Like we're getting to a stage of obsession that is dangerous. You have to go create a show that's interesting and compelling that people want to watch, that's not based off of somebody that you fired because you didn't want them anymore. That doesn't track with the public. So I just feel like this is getting very creepy. And there should, in fact, be laws to prevent this from happening. There just should be laws that prevent employers from sending interns to stalk you at events, from trying to get you canceled from speaking events, for buying your friends. Like, oh, that's the next step of the crazy ex-boyfriend. I'm going to reach out to everybody you know and offer them money. Yeah, I'm going to pretend I was Charlie's friend. What are you doing? Why? Why are you doing this? Why are you so inside of my life? Please just move on. This is not mentally healthy for you, Ben. I want you to be better. I want you to get better. Seriously, move on in your life. It's okay. Let go of people that disagree with you. It's okay. Also, leave Megyn Kelly alone because I see you're eyeing her too in a weird way. You seem to be gunning for her now. Let it go. This is not healthy, and I'm asking you to leave this alone in 2026. Go do a show that's based off of that girl's talent and something that's interesting, and don't just use her like a pawn. That's what I would say. Anyways, if you guys want to know the no, head over to the Daily Wire, support Maddie. The show's going to be great.